What time is it anyway? We good?
What time is it? We need to know the time?
No, we don't need to know the time. So
I'll just watch my clock, which goes tick, tick,
Boom.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
This is Stage Door Theater Podcast, hosted by a couple of average guys. Dad joke right away in the system, but this is mine. Every time I think of it.
Oh, you're allowed to laugh. What?
This is all I think
Tick,
of every
tick,
time.
tick, 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 boom.
Oh, man.
Tick, boom.
I don't
Yeah,
never heard that.
Me neither.
I know, but see you knew. It's Will Smith. So which one of you is playing Jazzy Jeff? Nobody? Yeah, see? All these people are like 12. That's the problem with this theater
Really
world
close.
that we live in now. Ridiculous. So that's Will Smith. It was like tick, tick, boom. See? Deb knew what I was talking about.
Nope.
All right, so the show's Tick, Tick, Boom. I've never seen the show. So we have Emma here, we have Steven here, we have Deb here, we have Sam here. You guys are the entire cast of the show?
Yeah.
There's only 3 people?
All 3 of us.
3 people? Which one are you? Tick, tick, or boom?
Actually, we have decided this.
We have.
Am I tick 2? I'm tick number 2.
Yep. Sam is tick number 1, and I am boom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
did you have
It's
to
a
draw a straw?
What's coming out of me now?
Right. Yeah. Tom comes in, we're setting up, he smashes his head on the set, and he has to go get medicine before we even start.
Oh, gosh.
Then he goes and stands out on the balcony, and he's like,
That's not a good move.
A balcony is a horrible idea. What was I thinking? So anyway, so the show's Tick, Tick, Boom. I didn't know anything about this show other than it's written by the same guy who did Rent. So that means you have to fill me and probably a lot of the people listening to this podcast in on what the heck this show is. Go.
Hey, Mr. Jonathan, you got it.
Okay, I'll go. So this show, like you said, is written by Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent.
Okay.
This actually came before Rent, and he was working on a show called Superbia. Took that to some workshops, didn't get the feedback that he was looking for. They kept saying, we can't wait to see what happens next. And he's like, okay, what happens next? So he decided to write, it actually started off as a one-man rock monologue, and it kind of evolved into the show that we see today. But like I said, timeline-wise, it was Superbia, Tick, Tick, Boom, and then Rent. Obviously, we all know Rent.
Suburbia is the show he made?
He workshopped it, but I don't think it was ever produced.
Gotcha.
But that's kind of what
They said better luck next time. You're not very good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And he was told write something that's personal to you.
Oh.
And he wrote his life.
Okay.
So it's actually really cool.
Is it? Okay, so just to be a jerk here, I'm not a huge fan of Rent. So this is better than Rent?
It's so different.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to
So
compare them.
different.
See, so this guy can come up with these 2 different stories that are completely different then.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like, how dare you say Rent's terrible? I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail on that. And that's
Right.
fine. It's fine. I don't care. Come at me. But if it's nothing like Rent, then that means I'll probably like it a lot then.
There's a lot there's music that is very, very similar, and you can hear
Oh, the music. I don't mind the music in Rent.
Yeah.
The music in Rent is obviously well written and beautiful and everything. I just don't care for the storyline as much. So,
Yeah.
So what is this storyline, if I can push you even harder on what this is?
it is Jonathan Larson's journey while he was writing Superbia. So yeah, like I said, it started off as a rock monologue that was literally just his life. And the people that he met and the struggles that he had as a writer.
Monologue?
That's a great question. I'm assuming that it's a monologue with rock
music.
So that's just what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess.
Rock monologue. Like you said it twice, like I should know what that is. I'm like, oh well, obviously a rock monologue. That sounds like rock
rock.
It's just talking straight to a rock.
Yeah.
You're giving a
Right.
monologue to the
Isn't that a
regular rock
composer?
talk.
Yep.
What?
Rachmaninoff or something?
Rachmaninoff. That's a whole
Different thing. Emma, why'd you want to do this show so bad? I saw immediately you posted it on the Facebook that you were in the show.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of on a whim audition. I knew Deb was doing it, and I knew Steven was interested, and we just came off of doing Beautiful, all 3 of us, and directed by Deb.
I know, you've only done like 5 shows in a row without breathing, I feel like.
Yep.
So you called me out. Awesome. So yeah. So I just auditioned on a whim. I saw the movie that came out a couple years ago.
On Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw that. I didn't really understand the translation to stage because in the movie it's obviously more than 3 people. There's a bunch of people in it. I didn't really understand how that translated. So I literally looked up a Wikipedia. I was like, oh, the music sounds really cool. It's very different from Beautiful. So it's nice to switch it up. Very different. And I've never done such a kind of stripped down show. Like there's hardly any set, hardly any costumes.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
very,
I'm
yeah.
getting excited to have Deb on so she can explain to me why she stripped it down. Or is that normal? I don't even know. Is that normal? Do you
I
know?
mean, it is written just for 3 people. It's not like this was our choice to do it with just 3 people. It's written for 3 people. Jonathan, Steven's character, stays on stage the whole time. And
really?
Sam and I
Yeah.
kind of play his mom, his girlfriend, his coworker, that kind of thing.
Do
so
they
we
have
just
to bring
were
you water
players.
and stuff? I mean, how do you?
I'm thinking of where I can hide water bottles.
I mean, I think if Deb was a really really good director, she could work it in somehow.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
here's
sure
some
she already
water.
has.
Luckily,
Splash.
it's only 90 minutes, but this
Oh,
man
it's only
is
a 90
singing the
minute?
whole time.
It's
yes.
only a 90-minute show?
Supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Is it a 1-act show?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, this is already sounding even better and better for me. 'Cause,
Right.
I have
In
like.
bed by 9:30.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm hitting the matinee. Are you kidding me? In bed by my normal time, which is before 9:30, or at least on my couch laying there with the dogs. That's my time.
There you go,
know.
same.
No better place.
Yeah, but
Same.
so you're gonna have some water at least given to you at some point, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people are gonna run on the stage with those squirt bottles, just shoot it in your mouth and run off real fast, maybe.
We do have a
I-
scene in the diner, so we got to
Yeah.
work in something.
There you go. There's a diner scene.
What
I
is
love
Emma?
it.
Emma, what is your character? We know.
My character is Susan. That's my primary role, but I come in, I'll just name a few more. I'm his mom and also his agent. And what's another one? The star in his show that he writes. So that's some of the 5 or
Okay.
6 characters that I
So
play.
you're his mom and his love interest, but obviously not at the
Not
same
at
time.
the same
No,
time.
that
It's
would
not
be
that
weird.
kind of show.
That's okay, that's
Not that kind of show.
It got
It's
real
not
interesting
Psycho.
real
Oh,
fast.
sorry about that. I got hit in the head, so we're
Yeah, you did.
I forgot. I apologize.
Are you like a quick change queen then off to the side, or do you
Yeah,
come
we
back?
haven't really worked out the technicalities of that, but
Change
it's
your hat and
yeah,
come back on?
that kind of thing. There's a song about a certain costume, so I'll have to make that work, but kind of add a blazer, take off a blazer. So it should be minimal things, just so people can understand the difference.
Okay, all right.
And the thing that's really cool with them playing multiple characters, I mean, you guys saw Beautiful. If people saw Beautiful, we already know how talented of an actress Emma is. But
Oh,
now,
jeez.
Oh, shucks.
I mean,
You
she's
guys
knew that
stop
before
flirting
that,
with
though,
me.
actually.
but now she just changing her voice at the drop of a hat, and Sam does the same thing. Like the show takes some major acting chops and vocal chops, and just very impressive.
Cool.
Thanks. Well, this man has stamina of a beast. To my left. Ridiculous. 90 minutes nonstop. He does not leave the stage, so it's crazy town.
The stripped down version of the show, Deb, I want to hear this part. So have you seen this show performed elsewhere at all?
I have. I've actually worked on it at the Croswell Opera House.
Oh, they did Tick Tick Boom up
They
there?
did many years ago, and they did it very intimately, and I really enjoyed that version. So that was my goal. Was especially I thought in this theater, which is such a small, intimate theater to begin with, if I can have that same feeling, I want the storyline, which is an intimate story, like Stephen was talking about. What I love about the story is that, yes, he writes about himself. He actually performed this show as a one-man show. He did this show to raise money to get Rent up and going and to get the people to buy into it.
Right.
And it's about him. He's 29 years old and he's turning 30. And I don't know about you, but thinking back to 29, almost turning 30, that's the tick, tick, and then the boom is 30.
Thank you for explaining stuff to me because I need it. I'm thick.
Sorry.
And I like to hear all the. No, I like
gave
to
the
hear,
outline.
No, it's all good. I like to hear this stuff. I
you
really like being naive and dumb when I come to shows though, because then I'm watching them and I'm experiencing them just like I do on these podcasts. I don't know what the heck's going on. And so I just kind of just wing it. So when she tells a story about how it's the ticking clock of his life,
Yes.
there you go.
And the
For
sad-
me,
and
I
the
have the moment of, okay.
Sad part, it actually kind of was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was.
Cheese and crackers, what?
Yes.
You'll have to see the play.
Oh, I have to see the play.
Well, actually, that doesn't happen in the
It doesn't.
movie.
Has
No.
nothing to do with his
No.
any of the shows he's done. Is that he died unfortunately at a young age.
At 35.
Correct, yeah.
35.
Yeah.
So it was 5 years later. But nonetheless, that part really hit me. And that's another reason why I really wanted to do this show, because not as a tribute, but yet as a tribute to someone that was so talented and never even got to see what an impact Rent had
Right.
on everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom was just telling
I just
me.
read that he died the night before it first premiered on Off-Broadway.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Rent. So that's kind of sad.
But he did get to see it performed. Obviously, he did do all that stuff. He never got to see, like you said, the impact that it had on the world and what was going on.
Correct.
He just didn't get to
No.
experience any of that.
Nope. And you see, as an artist, you see his anxiety about his art, let alone turning 30, thinking his life is over at that point. And then to understand that he lived only 5 years
Right.
later. To me, that's a very intimate story. And this whole show is done from his perspective. So you see his inner thoughts through the whole thing.
Oh.
Some of the things we're talking about with this show amongst the actors and I is everything that Sam does and Emma does as his friend from his childhood and his girlfriend. Is that what they actually were doing or saying, or was that what he perceived them doing or saying?
Oh.
So there's just a lot of good inner thought that goes on. And
Yeah.
I'm
no,
usually
that's
a big,
everything in the world. That's everything in the world, though. You say something in a certain way, and how it's interpreted by the person when you're delivering that to him. He interpreted it all a certain way, and that's all he has. That's all he has is how he understood it and put it out there in the world in writing this material.
Exactly.
So it's wow, we got real serious all of a sudden. What happened to the Tic Tac jokes?
Well, if Tick Tick Boom means you're turning 30, we're like tick 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 boom.
You're telling me.
We're like the atom. We're the atom booms. Is what we are. It's
Now you're playing a character that was portrayed in a movie which I thought should have been a Best Actor award.
I agree.
Andrew
agree.
Garfield was absolutely
He was
phenomenal
fantastic.
in that movie. Are you taking anything from that? Obviously, you've seen it because you said he was fantastic.
Yeah. I think the one thing as I watch it is almost his delivery and his tone. That's one thing that I've struggled with, is just getting into that mindset. It's actually funny. I mean, going back to Beautiful, I was an angsty music writer in Beautiful, and I'm an angsty music writer in Tick Tick Boom. So
typecast. Typecast.
right.
There.
you got different reasons you're angsty, though.
Yes, and very different reasons. So I think separating the struggles that Jerry had in Beautiful and finding the struggles that Jonathan Larson had, that's been my biggest challenge. And again, I don't want to recreate what Andrew Garfield did. I want to make the character my own, but still keep it authentic.
Yeah.
So that's been my biggest struggle, and the memorizing.
I mean, the timing of the rep couldn't be better, though. I mean, cashing in on, what is this Tick Tick Boom? Oh, the Netflix, and became this huge hit and this big movie thing. And now you guys get to have it on stage and perform this stuff. So I'm expecting that this place is going to be jammed.
yeah, hopefully
It's going to be jammed.
get your
People-
tickets.
People are
Fingers
gonna want.
crossed.
Oh, it will be. It will be. It's any of those kind of things. The popularity of this stuff is built to a point where now you have an opportunity to go see the live stage production. So you have a lot of pressure, man.
I know. I know.
You just have to be as good as the guy who should have won an Academy Award.
Right. We'll see what I can do.
And if you at home want to watch Tick Tick Boom, go to Netflix. You'll never find it there. 'Cause
Why?
it's actually on Amazon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was on Netflix.
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe it's on Netflix now. I think I watched it on Amazon.
We'll check on
Yeah.
them both.
we
Oh,
go.
we'll
Right.
see. We'll see
And
what's
then
going
come
on.
here. And then come here and watch the real
Yeah.
Just come watch this
show.
one.
Again,
Forget about Amazon and Netflix.
I'm
Just
not
come
gonna
to
watch. I'm
the-
not
the
gonna
rep
watch
here.
it on either of those things. I'll come here and watch it so I can see the people that I like in life perform the show and put on the show instead of just some random dude I'll never meet. you
Right.
know? All right, so we've already heard Sam mentioned 100 times. So Sam, what do you do in the show? Because there's only 3 characters, so you have.
I'm
you
the
know-
third character.
Yeah.
Boom.
Is that what you- what is the third character though?
So the third character, primarily, I play Michael, who is Jonathan's friend from camp. I believe from 8 years old is what it says in the script. So they've been friends for a long time. They moved to New York City together. They're from Long Island, but they moved to the city together. They were roommates. And Michael has decided to kind of give up the starving artist life and move more towards a corporate job in the corporate life.
This sounds like the character from Rent.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Benny, but he's not a butthead.
A butthole. Benny Butthole? Yeah. Okay, because like
I'm a butthead.
You're a butthole. Okay, that's good. In real life, I am
Yes,
also
but Michael
a big
is
old
not.
jerk, so that's all good. So he's not, though, but he does sound very reminiscent of the guy from Rent, though. He's like the one who is like grown up, I guess.
Yeah, in a way, I mean, it's kind of like the apology for Benny.
Oh.
Like if you want to, like, even though this did come
This is the
first, but it
prequel
was
apology.
produced after
I
Rent.
plan on creating this guy who's very unlikable, Benny, but we'll make somebody first who's very like. So is he a very likable character then?
I think so. I mean,
yeah.
I'm playing him, and
Absolutely.
I'm the coolest person I know. So
I've often said that.
Except for the part where he sings "I'm Michael in the bathroom all alone."
Oh, wrong show.
That's another one. I'm sorry.
That's some show that's not happening
That's-
at
gotcha,
the Toledo
gotcha.
Rep starting September 15th.
Through October 1st.
Oh,
Yes,
called
more
Tick, Tick,
specific
Boom?
details on ToledoRep.org.
Oh, they're good. Oh, they're really good.
They are. Is there a lot of dancing in the show, Sam? You a big dancer?
I am a mover
my God.
and a shaker.
And the shaker?
But
Because I don't know anything about
that's
this
just
show.
walking step to step is shaking.
I just watched the other 2/3 of the cast just fall apart laughing back there when you asked that question. Kyle.
I'm the serious one.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know the show. So is there dancing?
I mean, there's movement. There is choreography. I don't know if I would say that we are dancing, but our bodies are moving the plot forward just as if our voices were with telling the story.
Because I know Deb is a big dance person, big choreographer, and you're not able to utilize these mad skills that you have. Huh?
Oh, I am.
Oh, you are.
I'm making them look fabulous.
Oh, you're still making them look fabulous.
They do a conga line. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
Come on, shake your body, baby.
That's right.
come on.
No,
Do
there's
that thing.
there's movement. There's the choreography has to make the storyline continue through the music. So everything they do, even if it's a solo number and it looks like they're doing nothing, there's a reason why they're doing every little movement specifically.
Which is
Why-
actually kind of a big part of our plot because Jonathan wants to keep writing more serious and more realistic musicals, which is kind of like this weird oxymoron because you can't really have a realistic musical.
Right.
But if we were to just have some, for lack of a better term, fluffy big dance number, it would take away from the meaning of the show because that's not the kind of show
Right.
it is.
That's cool. It's like one of those why it doesn't help move the plot along just to have a big breakout trombone singing song just because you can.
Exactly.
And it's like,
exactly.
that's not. This is kind of like I don't know. Maybe you have to correct me on this, Deb. Is this kind of the transition to more of the modern type of musicals instead of the big, showboat musicals?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I like being right.
Yes, and coming off of show after show, beautiful, and I'm thinking about some of the other ones where it's, big tap numbers and things like that. Right, this would not work in this show. It's very, very avant-garde, very modern, very cerebral. I want the audience to feel like they're looking inside the inner Jonathan and his friends. And big tap number wouldn't work.
Would be like, why are they putting tap shoes
Yes.
on? What's
Yes.
going on here?
He said that the musicals aren't real. Frozen that's not real.
It's not real. Not
It's real if you believe it in your heart.
There you
The
go.
cold never bothered you anyway. I knew that. I
He
could
goes
tell.
after the Easter Bunny. I'm out of here.
All right. Why is your character even a character in the show? I mean, because there's
Why are
only-
any of us characters in real life,
Well,
Kyle?
there's three people in this show, so you must be pretty important to Jonathan as a character in here. So what makes you so important, other than you went to camp with him when you were 8 years old?
Well, I think it's one of those old friendships that you just that you grow up with. They felt very comfortable with each other.
Okay.
They Michael is gay, and one of the first people he comes out to is Jonathan. They allude to that in the show. And like they're there through family deaths and everything and all
There
that
you
kind of.
go.
So they're very close. And Jonathan has I feel Jonathan is always seen as Michael is the one that kind of always had his head on straight. And so since he is the one that has moved on to this corporate life and he likes it, Jonathan thinks that, well, if Michael did it, then maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And so that's why I think that I'm there, is to be like, this is what your life could be if you give up the one thing that you love.
Oh.
And that's such, the chorus line of it all.
Well, that's good. See, that's a great answer as to why you're in the show.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of anchors for Jonathan to lean on and to pull from and say, this is somebody I need in my life because I'm all over the place, but he seems to have his crap together. So that's good.
Toast.
And if he's not there, he's basically talking to himself most of the show.
Oh, Jonathan is?
Right. So, yeah, you got to have people to conversation
well, I get
with.
that, but I was just curious as to why that particular person was so important to Jonathan, and you gave a great answer as to why. So, because I didn't get that from Emma when she was on as to why her character.
She's the love interest.
Oh, see, there we
the
go.
friendship.
She's there.
Well, I also didn't
Emma.
ask her. I didn't even ask her. So I was it just occurred to me now. So I'm not very bright. I just think of the things and I ask them at the moment. So when's the show again?
September 15th is our opening night.
And closes on October the 1st.
Okay, so how many shows is that, you think?
I don't know.
How many weekends is that? Is that
There's
3 weekends?
3
3
weekends.
weekends.
Okay.
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So we're talking like 9-10 shows.
Yes,
9, 10 shows.
add up what I just did, baby.
There
You
we
can do
go.
the math.
Got
I don't
9
start
out of
school for
that.
2 more weeks.
I ran out of fingers and toes, man. I couldn't. But it's all
1
those.
plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
7,
9.
12. So you have all those shows. You have a whole month to see this thing. So we need to make sure we come out here and we pack the house for Tick Tick Boom. So you guys are shining stars in the area even more than you already are.
They are, and they are. You will not be disappointed, I promise you.
Awesome.
I'm sure of it. After seeing you guys in other productions, it's got to be good.
Thus the reason I
seeing
cast them.
items that you directed also. So
You saw them and you said, I need to have those people. Yeah, I get
Said,
it.
let's continue this dance. Come on, let's move it onto another theater.
get your
Awesome.
tickets early because there's not a lot of seats here, folks.
Yeah.
That's right. I think 160 some. So hopefully it should sell out pretty quickly.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for doing this
All
with
right.
us. Yes.
Bye.